I have a question. Does anyone know how to actually use these things? Because I seriously have no idea.
There's a new sensation sweeping the nation, and dumpy women are all over it like a fat kid on cake. Vabbing is where desperate women looking for attention from men rub their thought pocket juices on themselves like perfume. Granted, scientists have said this doesn't work and it makes absolutely no sense at all. Well, science be damned. It's not about facts, it's about feelings. Trust the science until the science doesn't work for you. If there is ever more proof that social media is warping the minds of women in America, this is it. We got magic spells to get your ex back with you. We have hack reality by saying numbers out loud. You got the fairy TikTok wars. And no, I'm not kidding. That's actually a thing. There are fairies and then there are the fairy killers. It's a whole elaborate bunch of retardation. Now we got this. The advocates for vabbing all have one thing in common. They have a BMI that if I saw on my scale, I'd immediately self-delete. For real, Stu, if there's a woman having trouble meeting men, it means either A, she has a serious problem, or B, she has caviar taste in a pizza face mama. This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legend. Raid has taken over, and gaming will never be the same again. Raid is the first game to bring a true console level experience to your phone, with hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions blessed with unique skills. My top 3 factions for Raid Shadow Legends: the Knights Revenant, because who could say no to spiked armor? The Dark Elves, pale skin, pointy-eared women, delicious. The High Elves, ginger thighs, save lives. And this month, Raid has got non-stop schedule of special events and activities, including Forge Pass Season 3, with some amazing rewards to offer, including limited edition artifact sets. If that's not enough, Raid's bringing out some new champions along with some awesome looking champion skins for the incredible Madame series. But wait, here's the big news. Later this month, Raid is giving everybody's favorite champion the upgrade he deserves. You might have seen his struggles for awesomeness. No, we're not talking about me. In some of Raid's hilarious videos. But finally, Death Knight is becoming a legendary champion. It's something we've all been waiting for. And I can't wait to see how Ultimate Death Knight turns out. This is the best time to get started with Raid. And if you click my link in the description or scan my QR code here, you'll get a unique bonus worth $30. We're talking an epic champion, Tayroll, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard, so you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you. This is the greatest TikTok trend since the devious licks, where little bastards went to their schools and stole things like tiles and bars of soap, proving that the children of tomorrow are the criminals of today. Whether it's backwards or not doesn't matter. People have been emailing me about this for weeks. I'm finally doing it. You can stop harassing me now. Vabbing is the latest TikTok trend that uses fluids as perfume. Oh, yum, yum. When you look at the women that are, espousing the magic of vabbing, you immediately realize that they are 1, unhinged, and 2, it makes sense that they're doing something as wild as this. Let's face it, Angelina Jolie never had to vab a day in her life. Do you think Megan Fox is vabbing? I don't think so. It always seems that the women who do this sort of stuff are the type of women you avoid at the bars, clubs, and the checkout lines of Walmart.
Welcome to Vabbing 101. Disclaimer, I did not come up with vabbing, but I've been doing it for a week and it's been working out for me. So let's get into it. I know these are all common sense, but a lot of the commenters had me worried. So number 1, make sure you shower and or bathe before you vab. Number 2, wash your hands before you vab. And of course, after you vab.
If your smells and fluids are so loving, amazing, juicy, and fantastic, why does it immediately have to be washed off your hands if it's bad? I'm just saying. 2, the fact that she has to do a checklist of do's and don'ts for this says a lot about the people who use TikTok. I can only imagine the women that have decided to use this as a tactic to lure in men. Because if you're a woman and you're having trouble meeting men, that's a you problem.
He's a monster.
Most women don't have trouble meeting men. It's pretty much free. Free reign. They just show up. You pick and choose which one you want. The problem is there's some women that meet men and they can't see the men they don't want to meet. And they keep going after the same dudes over and over again, and their relationships end in the same toxic, volatile way. And then they start screaming, oh my God, men are toxic. And then they just ignore like 80% of the male population. Why can't I find a good man? Hello, my name is Charlie. I love my mother. Did you hear the wind, Stacy? Any unusual smells or bad odor, do not vab. Go see a doctor. Well, if someone needs that information, they deserve the Darwin Award. If you have STDs or any other spreadable diseases, don't vab. Please! If you have monkeypox, don't vab! No! This woman, honest to God, I've seen her TikTok. Unhinged is the phrase I'd like to use. She's apparently a fashionista or a fashion blogger. Her fashion sense ranges from crazy to criminally insane. But who am I to judge?
We need to talk about vabbing because I've seen one too many ads for pheromone perfume, and that's not it. I'm gonna tell you why. Pheromones are like a secreted chemical hormone, and every person's pheromones smell different to different people. And in the wild, animals like secrete their pheromones to attract mates. And I swear, if you vab, you will attract people. Like a date, a one-night stand, or you'll just get free drinks all night. Elle Wood should have been teaching vabbing instead of the bend and snap. It's more effective. And you're just gonna have to hear me out.
Why are we pretending like women getting dates and one-night stands was like this thing that was locked away for them? Like ever since Tinder hit the scene, it got exponentially easier. You don't need to vab. Open Tinder. It's an app. And two, if you're taking it, I'm sorry, if you take any advice from this woman, you might need help. Look how she's dressed. My God.
Let me show you. Derelict! It is a fashion, a way of life inspired by the very homeless, the vagrants, the crack whores that make this wonderful city so unique.
Trust me, you get up there, give them a swipe. You don't have to be like fresh out of the shower clean, but relatively clean. Dab, vab, behind the ears, on the wrists, maybe a little on the neck. I don't know what they're putting in pheromone perfume, but it can't replicate your own smell and your own personalized chemicals. Proceed with caution because it works.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Yeah, sure. Vabbing works just like numerology on TikTok works, where you start counting numbers into the air and you hack life. Frankly, trends on TikTok are a clear sign that the American empire is crumbling at an alarming rate. And I'm the canary in the coal mine just chirping my little head off and nobody's paying attention. To like shut that bigoted bird up. Please, Jeremy, please stop him.
So here's how I vab. So myself, in my previous videos, said that I've been doing this for 20 years. And I have been doing this for 20 years. But I haven't been doing it for 20 years and then going out and hanging out in public and asking people to sniff my juice.
What a classy lady.
That's not what's happening here, right? I employ vabbing or encourage vabbing and recommend it as part of like a mating ritual with a current lover that already loves your juices. Okay. Listen, I taste delicious.
Like, doesn't that prove vabbing doesn't work then, if you're using it with your current lover? Because that says to me that your magical juices didn't lead to a long-term relationship. Remember Pretty Woman and how even a hooker seemed classy in the 90s? Now look at the world we live in. My God, it's Demolition Man turned up to 11.
We should bottle this up and sell it because I taste delicious and I have zero shame about how I show up in this world. Thank you very much.
An idiosyncratic belief or impression that is firmly maintained despite being contradicted by what is generally accepted as reality or rational argument, typically a symptom of mental disorder.
That's the problem. Maybe shame is a good thing. I remember shame working very well up until around 2013. Then it all just started to crumble down. I had enough. It gets actually worse. This lady's vabbing video. It just goes off into self-congratulations and just nuttiness that I'm not even sure community guidelines will let me have. I taste delicious. Ask my current lover, cause no one can commit. Because I'm so juicy. Well, unfortunately, TikTok users are vabbing wearing their vaginas as a perfume to activate their natural attraction. A scientist says that makes no sense. Now, this scientist could be a bigot. Scientists have yet to find pheromones in humans, let alone their lady bits. Well, there you go. Another day, another weird trend with strange women on TikTok giving advice that, honest to God, isn't good advice. It's bad advice usually. Don't listen to most of the people on TikTok. They're criminally insane. These are the conversations women used to have with each other privately at their little meetups and, the book readings women used to do. Remember those? The female book club. This is the garbage they used to spew to each other. Now book clubs don't exist anymore. Everybody's got a phone. And now you got to hear every middle-aged chick's sexual ritual where she pretends she's Mother Cleopatra rolling into the bedroom in a carpet. Like, oh, darling, I vab for you. You're like Marcus Aurelius. It's just like, I can't take it no more. And I'm supposed to make stuff like this funny. What is funny about this? Your country's going crazy, boy. What do you think? Well, I hope I can buy a house before we won't be allowed to own homes. And then my wife can vab to meet the pool boy.